Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about a formative assessment called Think, Pair, Share. This is a collaborative learning strategy in which students work together to solve a problem or answer a question. The first part of it is think, and this is where students will be given a question and they will be asked to just think about it by themselves independently. And the second part of this, they will pair with a partner and share their ideas to their partner. And then the third part of it is we will all come together as a class and answer the question and share ideas. The benefits of this is it gives students time to think about the content, helps students' communication skills, and helps them work collaboratively along with each other. For my activity, I had my students take 4 primary source photographs of pictures of the Freedom Summer, and I asked them a question to get at the perspective and what's really going on in those 4 photos. And so that's what you'll see in this video. Okay class, we're going to do an activity today called Think, Pair, Share. And what you've already done before this video is look at 4 primary source photographs on the Freedom Summer. And I'm going to prompt a question, and then you're going to think about it and then get in with some groups and discuss it. And then we're going to come back together and discuss our answers as a class. So the question is, what do these photos reveal about the Freedom Summer movement? Use evidence from the image. I'll repeat it again. What do these photos reveal about the Freedom Summer movement? Use evidence from the images. So go ahead and take some time to think about the question, and you can kind of look over the photos a little bit. All right, so now that you've kind of got a chance to kind of briefly look at the question and think about it, I want you to get in pairs. So if you guys will be a group and you guys will be a group, and y'all will just discuss the question.
Okay, so the question is saying right here that we have to look at all these photos and reveal about what the Freedom Summer movement is, and we have to use evidence from the pictures. So we have to kind of look at them all like they're telling us something, each one of them. So I think this one's one of the most like where you should start, because it has the Statue of Liberty, it has the torch falling down where it's not up, and this is like she stands for freedom. And that's what they're trying to give these people, but they don't have freedom.
I mean, I think I was like taking pictures of just that, and I was thinking this was first, the freedom is broken.
This is the first one because the freedom is broken. It's kind of showing why they had to have the freedom movement.
And then I think throughout the freedom movement, they had to face the violence.
Or they had to make sure that people, if other people didn't want them to protest, that they were able to do it in a peaceful way. And, you know, this says that they won't have a chance. So this is dealing with the violence and how it was and what they were expecting on either side. And this one
is what it can lead to, is the freedom.
Like that they actually have, that's what I think. And I like the fact that they're sitting there with them, because they're like, we're not just leaving you here in the future. We want to help you. We're going to continue with this. That's what I think. So I think that's like the whole picture. And like you said, it's good that it kind of starts here, these two, and then ends with the other one. Okay.
All right, so now that you have talked about it with your peer, go ahead and let's see if anybody would like to volunteer to share with the class.
We can volunteer. We thought overall that the pictures all pointed to just the brokenness of the system together. Of course, you have the Statue of Liberty here that really shows that how it's backwards and upside down, and just how the freedom that we're supposed to get as this country, it wasn't working for these people. And you have the opportunity, but really just their expressions in all the pictures and the language that's used here at the bottom, it all kind of goes together to just show that it was violent, it wasn't working, it was a shock, it wasn't something that they were used to, and that it just wasn't working the way it was supposed to.
Okay, good.
I think we kind of determined an order also. Like we thought like this picture was the first of it when it got broken. Like they're fighting for freedom. I mean, it's showing the image of it's just all messed up. And then these two kind of go together in our minds. We kind of thought talking about that they're going to keep the violence down and on both sides, and kind of it just shows really like what they were facing. And then this one is, we like the fact that not only does it show that you said like moving forward in the future, but that they're sitting there with them. That's what I thought was very, like they're sitting there with them. And so like we're going to continue on in this with you to help you fight.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. So that is Think, Pair, Share. There are a ton of ways you can do that. There's certainly variations like Think, Pair, Share my partner's information. Think, Pair, Square, Share, where it's involving more groups of children. And then some creative outlets would be like Think, Tweet, Share, where kids would be prompted to do something. They would think about it. They would make a tweet response, and then they would share that with the class. You could also have students use this format, Think, Pair, Share, to have them do activities together, so they could think about the activity on their own, they could pair together and do the activity, and then they could share what they came up with. So those are all different ways that you can do this formative assessment.